Everything is itchy. As soon as I put the mask on my face, suddenly I feel the strong, ridiculous urge to touch my face. Hi guys, this is Connie. I wish I could get this to not. That's not going to do anything, is it? I don't think it's going to do squat. It won't do anything. Probably wouldn't do anything until I move the camera or stay closer. Nope, that's not doing anything. I have to touch the screen in order to make it look like I have actual human flesh and that I'm not fluorescing. Strange. Interesting. So, I left the house. I left the house and found an old gift card. Technically, I guess it was a gift card, but it was a rebate. And instead of them sending you like a check or cash, because nobody sends cash in the mail anymore, ever, they send you a fun card like this. And they issued it in my name, which is awesome. Ooh, dude. Anywho, I got this as a rebate for buying products from that space. Not a sponsor. So they sent me like a $50 or like a $25 rebate card, and it's as good as cash. I had $2.51 on it. And instead of being like, well, could you just combine this and this with it? I decided to go to a dollar store, and in doing so, decided to focus on getting two things just for me. I think he's alright. I hope he's alright. You can move, bro. So, I did get this. So I went looking to see, so I need one of these at least. But it came in a 12-pack, and I saw multiple types of combs to buy, and this one had the most pieces for $1. So, I was very excited about that. And also further delaying the point of randomly doing this video, which is that I haven't posted a Connie Reads in like 2 weeks, and I needed some time. I needed some time, and I don't really need that time because I'm at home all the time, so I don't really need the time. So I want to use this and this, and I'm thinking, depending on how long these are, which they're probably not too long, but long enough, I think I'm going to make something really, really cool with this and hopefully get it done in a timely fashion, as well as making sure that my daughter doesn't completely try to commandeer it. But now we have combs in the house, which I'm sure, there are 12 pieces in here, and I just took one, so there's 11 pieces, and I bet you most of them will disappear if I don't put them away somewhere carefully in the next week. It won't take a week. At least it usually wouldn't. So I'm gonna have to make sure I put those somewhere useful, and hopefully don't lose all those pieces in a rapid amount of time. But I've been really blue. Like, I've been super tired and super sad and just not sleeping as well as I'd like to, except at the same time now I'm noticing that there's a bit of a I think I'm on a different sleep schedule than I used to be. I definitely want to fall asleep almost before the baby, if not at the same time as the kid, and which is anywhere between 9 and 10 o'clock. I get really tired and I just want to go to bed. And then I've started waking up sometime, anywhere. It depends on the morning, but it varies between, I don't want to say 3 o'clock, but I have woken up at 3 o'clock. But I make it the point and effort to do my best to go back to sleep at that point. And I usually don't roll out of bed till at least 5:30 or 6:30. And from that point, I was trying to catch up on videos and things that I wanted to watch that I can't really watch with a 3-year-old because they're inappropriate for a 3-year-old, that's for sure. And, like nothing out of the ordinary, just a couple of different animes on Netflix. I just finished The Seven Deadly Sins, which I really, really like, but they left it on a cliffhanger. Thanks, Netflix. And then I've been getting into Danganronpa playthroughs right now because I haven't looked into how to actually get the anime because I haven't looked seriously into it. But just found a random art and craft thing to put together. And I haven't had a lot of energy, and I've been really tired, and I'm real fatigued, and just been really sad, and I've been really... It kind of feels like a broken record to a point, but I guess the best wording would be that I've been a little discouraged. It is an election year here in the United States of America, and it feels really awkward to call us the United States of America because most of us are not really united in anything except just trying to live our own lives, and many people are really, really loud about it. We can't even do that fairly. And then there's the pandemic. So we're all super hyped about the election. I'm very thankful that I've already voted, and I get to check this week that my vote has been counted, and because I'll look up my status because I have the ability to look up the status, which is awesome. I'm sad to see so many people choose a political side, because there was something I had posted on my social media several months ago, which was that like the politics and politicians, it's not like getting in your car and going straight to your destination. It's like getting on a bus. You want to basically get on the bus of the one that is the closest to what is the most important to you. And it's been interesting to see different people take very polarizing stances when it comes to certain topics and subjects. And even though there are parts of me that don't understand, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people who wouldn't understand why I've made some of the decisions that I've made, I guess politically, but it's what is in the best interest of others. Because one thing that I've heard, if ever so briefly, especially when it comes to mask wearing, is that it's not just about you. And that's, yes, there's obviously a natural inclination that always wants to preserve yourself. There's just a natural course of self-preservation, and that is normal. But I also know that, I'm not an island. I don't live on this planet by myself. I don't live this life just for myself. And so it's challenging to figure out how to navigate different relationships, because it feels like people want to have an argument instead of having a discussion. And I don't want to outright have an argument, but at this point there are certain things that I've just been learning about racism that it almost feels like a second gospel to me at this point. I want to make sure that it's something that is brought up in the conversation, because even though it's awkward, it's important and it needs to be talked about. Similar to, it makes me think of when I first gave my heart to Jesus, when I first became a Christian. It was so life-altering that I wanted to tell everybody about it. And I still should, through my life, through my actions, through the way I live. I absolutely should be sharing the gospel. And I'm being reminded on a constant basis. It's like, what is the gospel? What is your gospel? Ooh, that's a good reminder. I gotta remember that. It means it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. I think it's the 27th. Yes, it is. It's one of my best friends is having a birthday today, and I never get to see them as much as I want to. There are just that was another thing that's been happening because of this pandemic, is that I've been having to reassess a lot of things. As much as I want everybody to like me, I also know that that's not possible. There's always going to be somebody who doesn't like me. There's always going to be somebody who's going to presume that I am the villain in their story, and that makes me sad, but I'm aware of it, and as much as I would like to not be the bad guy, sometimes it's just other people's perspectives, and I can't change it. I can only continue to do what I do, which is the best that I can with what I've got, all things considered. And I bought another book. I'm really not setting myself up for success at this point when it comes to Connie reads, because I keep getting more books. I want to start more books, and I have a problem finishing my books. I really need to finish my books, and I have at least 3 other books that I need to finish. So it makes me wonder if I'm just going to have to put in an actual slot in my schedule. Not that I stick to a very strict schedule, but maybe I need to. If I'm going to start waking up really early, maybe I just need to start reading the books early. If I read one chapter of a book on camera every day for a week, I know that I'd knock out at least the first book that I'm currently reading. I know I definitely put a dent in some of the other books that I have playlists for that need to be finished. And it would open up the opportunity to read a lot more books. I think I'm going to read White Fragility, because I just picked that up at Target. And I think that sounds like a really interesting read. And just been, I don't know. I've been questioning how I live my faith. I'm not questioning my faith. I don't question God. I don't question Christ. I'm questioning, am I doing the best I can to represent them? Because I know that when I say that I am a Christian and I do certain things that are Christian, am I representing him well? Am I just embarrassing myself as well as embarrassing the church? Am I embarrassing Jesus because I claim to believe in him and trust in him and live for him, and yet my actions and life may not be so exuding that example? So that's a question that I've been having for myself, because I want everybody to understand. I want everybody to know Jesus and the power of his resurrection. And I'm hoping that I remember and live in that power, because I've been struggling. I like to live for myself. I like to live my life. And that is completely counter-cultural and productive to what I claim to be. So, I don't know. I think I talk too much. And I think that's what I'm going to have to start making these videos become, is I talk too much. I was almost tempted to potentially try and make a podcast of I talk too much. I'm very tempted to make that the title, but I also know that there are some parts through that would just make doing Connie reads so much easier. But I wonder about the copyright issues of that, because I'm not purposely attempting to try and make money. I was just trying something that seems to help a lot of people, and it has helped. I enjoy reading now. I know other people enjoy listening to me read, and I suppose at some points people enjoy watching and listening to these. Maybe if I did them at only half the time, which would be wrapping it up right now instead of doing it for, let's keep it at 15 minutes instead of doing it for 30 minutes or more. So it's very long. And I just have a lot of things on my mind, and I don't feel like I take a lot of time to sit down and read or sit down and write them, because some of my thoughts are so quick that they kind of go so fast that I don't feel like I have the opportunity to write them down clearly. But then again, I can talk. At least in most cases I can talk. So, but I am once again getting ready to start a whole different project. I'm very much looking forward to hopefully updating you maybe in the next month. I'm going to give myself a month to get that done. If I can't get that done by Halloween, then we need to stop doing projects. But that also reminds me, I was asked to join a fitness group on Facebook, and that dude's face is totally in my video, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm impeding on their privacy when they end up in the camera's view. I'm like, my bad. But what was I trying to say? I got asked to be part of a fitness group, and basically it's keeping you accountable to eating better and doing workouts, and I think there, at least for the month of October, I'm hoping that I can at least get on some sort of habit, some sort of situation, because I felt real sluggish, and I'm just tired of continuing to feel sluggish. Weight loss would be great, but if it's done in a healthy manner, that's the ultimate and most important thing for me. Is I just want to be healthier, and unfortunately that doesn't always equal a lot of major weight loss on the scale. I wish it would. It would just make me feel better in the way I've been perceiving things for a long time, but it is what it is. But I know, at least at this point, I want to be able to drink a gallon of water every day. I want to at least do one workout a day. And I want to eat at least one decent meal a day. And if I can't do a decent meal, then I'm going to probably do a protein shake of sorts, because I have all of that at home, which is something that they're like, do you want to buy this? You know, and obviously people care about their health. They get into, I could see becoming like a Beachbody health coach, because it gives you that accountability and it gives you those tools at a discounted rate, and it continues to help the company and it helps yourself. I've been there, I've done that. I haven't gotten the t-shirt actually, but I could have gotten the t-shirt. But I also just want to take my time. I don't see any major, I go back and forth on whether or not I want to do some sort of vigorous extreme change, but I don't want it to be a flash in the pan and then I just completely fall off the wagon. So we're going to hope that in October, now that that's going to be starting at the end of this week, October 2020, we're almost done with the year. Yes! And just hoping that I can start establishing some very good habits that will actually help me feel happier, feel healthier, and get me out of this funk. And I mean, beyond the dumpster fire that has been 2020 funk, just in general, let me get out of this mild depression that I've been in for a while. I want to get healthier. I'd love to try and have more babies, and I'm not getting any younger, and it's just not happening right now, and I'm wondering if I take control of some of my own personal health, that it would at least make that a lot easier for the future, and get a creative outlet and all of those other things together. Just trying to figure things out, try to be less fearful and more productive, and just do some good. You know, be the best example that I can be, you know, glorify God in the way I live my life, and also just not be forgotten, because I know I'm not, but it's not always about me. So it's just this constant running cycle of understanding, acceptance, revelation, and response. All of these things. So be careful with that and enjoy, please and thank you. I will see you sometime very soon. Probably, if I get my act together, we'll get back on the Connie reads every Tuesday and every Thursday. I have no idea if anything's going to actually pop up. I hope it doesn't, because I don't know how to do that, because I'm a lazy YouTuber. I'm not really trying to do that sort of stuff. But I just realized you're looking at it the other way, so it would be every Tuesday and every Thursday if it was a calendar. I don't know. I'm not going to come up with graphics. That's just not where we're at. Yeah, maybe we'll start that this week. If I wake up early, I will read a chapter. You will see at least one chapter that I have in the bank on Tuesday. Hopefully this means that you will see another chapter on Thursday. And since I feel the need to just vent on the weekends, if I'm not already in the middle of doing something, you'll probably see a weekend update of me just saying, Connie talks too much.